Presented by Expedia, the Carolina Panthers on clock now. To take a look at, you see on the board, you see my best remaining players. You know, there's a lot.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As you did hear a little bit of the football draft, today Detroit broke the new NFL draft record. It is broken. Detroit has set the new record, so that's awesome. I think that's great. I'm really excited to see what this next draft is gonna mean. We got 4 rounds to get through today. The Panthers have the first pick. Their pick is being confirmed as we speak. Each team gets 5 minutes, and now we're just kind of waiting to see what happens now. You know. With that being said, it looks like the Panthers are confirming their trade. So let us see. What they are gonna pick first. And ladies and gentlemen, the International Fan of the Year is bringing in the Carolinas pick for the first pick for the 4th round. I am curious. Let's see. Who do they get? And I think we have a trade. The Carolina Panthers select. Oh, they took Sanders. They took Jatavian Sanders, the tight end out of Texas. That's a good one. Well done. Well done, Carolina. That's a good tight end to have. So I think that'll work out very well for them. And now Denver is on the clock. I believe they actually traded. Did they trade up? It does not look like it. Denver is on the clock. Let's pull them up. I didn't think Denver was on the clock. I thought it was someone else, but maybe I was wrong. Yeah, let's ride Broncos. You're on the clock. So, yeah, Jatavian Sanders. I think he'll be a decent tight end for the Panthers coming in. So let's see what he does. So, the Broncos, they're getting their pick in. I'd say decently. They could go Tampa. Tampa is still on the board. I could also see them going with Christian Jones, with the offensive tackle. They could go Foster. They could go Curry Jackson. They could go Cam Hart out of Notre Dame. He's a good corner. And Drain as well. So we do have a trade, ladies and gentlemen. So Denver moving up to spot 102 from Seattle. They will also get pick 235, and Seattle will get 121, 136, and 207. So they're getting another 4th round pick and a 7th. And ladies and gentlemen, we know that ring. The pick is in. And the Denver Broncos are going to select. They could go wide receiver. I feel like I don't know. They could. I think they'll go defense. I think they'll go corner. The Denver Broncos select wide receiver Troy Franklin at Oregon. There you go. That's a good pick. Well done, Broncos. That's a good pick. That's a good way to get your offense going. So Broncos will take Troy Franklin, who in all honesty played very well with Bo Nix. So I think Troy Franklin and Bo Nix being able to stay with the same team, already having that chemistry as it is, I think it's just going to benefit them both very well. I don't think we're going to get any problems between these two. I think in the later years, those two will be a good force to be reckoned with. So, oh my lord. So with that, New England is still currently running on the clock. And they got a minute 30 left. New England, well, they have a few. Well, they've got just a few holes left. They need a safety or an offensive guard. I think they'll go either offensive tackle or wide receiver. They could throw something in to defense, such as Cedric Gray. They could go tight end. Could go Cade Stover. I think they're either going to go corner, linebacker, tight end, or a possible wide receiver. They could take Brendan Rice out of USC. Right now, they got 50 seconds left for the Patriots. They got to get this pick in. It looks like the pick is now being confirmed as the timer has restarted. I'm gonna throw this into here. So there we go. And it looks like the pick is in. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Patriots will select offensive guard, Layden Robinson, Texas A&M. I think that's a solid pick. I think that's it's a solid pick for them. I mean, honestly, let's see if it works out. Let's see. I'm kind of hoping so, but, only time can tell. So, of course, Arizona, Brandon Durlos is on the board for a need that they have. Of course, New England just took an offensive guard. I could see them going Tampa with another corner. They could go, like I said, Dolores, defensive tackle. They could go Drain. They also could go Cam Hart on a Notre Dame. Who knows, honestly? Who knows right now? So, with that being said, let's see. The Cardinals are on the clock. The clock is running for the Cardinals. Next is the Chargers, Tennessee, and then New York, followed by Minnesota, Atlanta, New England again. The Jets, Raiders, Baltimore, Jags, Cincinnati, Jacksonville again, Indianapolis, Seattle, and Pittsburgh. And, yeah, I see them going either defensive tackle or corner. Maybe an edge. They could go Austin Booker. So, let's see, though. But, ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. The pick's being confirmed. As soon as we see him start walking out, we know that pick is in. Aw, look at the little guys. Oh, that's cute. That is adorable. And ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. For the Cardinals, we'll do it again once they walk out. Yeah. Whew. Well, let's see if they can pull something. Let's see if they could go better than 4-13 this year. Ooh, let's see. So let's see. We are still waiting. The Cardinals selection. Here we go. They took the Adrian Demerson, the safe. They went safety. So, with that, so the Cardinals, they take the safety. They go the safety route. And with that, the Chargers are currently on the clock. The Chargers, their picks coming in right now. So it looks like Jim Harbaugh is talking. And it looks like the general manager is also talking with him as well. He's the Chargers Thanos, dude. I thought that looked cool somewhere. Man, that girl's got moves. There you go. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Chargers selection is in. The Los Angeles Chargers select Justin Eboje. Ojibe, Justin Ebojibe, however the heck you say that, the defensive tackle out of Alabama. going to the Chargers. That's a good pick for them. A very good pick, I would say. Good pick. So, with that, the Titans are now currently running the clock. Oh, well done. They're getting their guys. Detroit bad boys for life. Yeah. Let's see. We're still waiting on confirmation. So I probably will take a break here. Oh, and what? That's not what I wanted. Probably around noon Pacific, because this is gonna go out until like 7 Eastern Standard, so 4. So I'm gonna have lunch in between. So I will be heading out to get lunch for that. So with that, yeah, just give me a second, guys. I just gotta take care of something real quick. We're back. The pick is in for the Titans. And they're gonna take linebacker Cedric Gray out of North Carolina. That's a solid pick. Well done, the Titans. He's a good line. He's a I would say he's a good linebacker. I think he'll do well. So with that, the Giants are on the clock. So, yeah, they'll have L'Jarius Sneed as well for their corners. So, I think they'll have a good time. So the Giants pick is coming in. They still need offensive guard and offensive tackle, so they could go Christian Jones here out of Texas. They could go tight end. Who knows? I think they're gonna go offensive. There's offensive tackle. There's a few that are still here that could be picked. So the Giants, their pick is in. So here we go. So Theo Johnson, the tight end out of Penn State, will be going to the Giants. Let's see how well this kid plays, man. So with that, Minnesota is now on the clock. Looks like the Giants, they're very happy about this pick. So Minnesota, the purple reincarnation of Satan, you're on the clock. And just like that, the pick is in. Yeah, Dave Kellogg. Man, we love the Motor City. Let's see, the Vikings select. Come on, tell us what we get. Atlanta is currently on the clock, so I'm going to put him here. That looks sick. The Boba Fett. That looks awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Vikings will select Corey Jackson, the corner out of Oregon. Another Oregon player is gone. The Falcons currently, yes, they're on the clock with 4 minutes left. They also need a corner. Tampa's still on the board. Cam Hart is still also on the board. Drain is also on the board. They could go linebacker, but of course the two best ones were taken. They could go Trotter Jr. They could go Kurtz Jacobs out of Penn State. Ufushio out of Washington. Offensive tackles are out here too, such as Christian Jones. Uh, Javon Foster. I see them going maybe defensive. They could go linebacker or corner. Um, Jones would be probably their best fit. So, I mean, hey, let's see, right? We never know. The Atlanta Falcons, their pick is coming in. So let us see. Who the Falcons are gonna pick. So here we go. The Falcons. Their pick is in. Let's see who they select. Who do the Falcons select? We are waiting. Let's see. With this, the Falcons select defensive tackle Brandon Dorless out of Oregon. A lot of Oregon players are going. Okay. All right. Man, I guess this was to be expected. Going defensive. It's not a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all, actually. That's something near my foot. It's driving me crazy. I don't know. It's probably just me. Who knows? I'm an idiot. But the New England Patriots, their pick is coming in right now, and they are currently on the clock. They are just currently we're on the clock. Next up, Green Bay. Was that a trade? Did Green Bay trade up? No, they did not. Here we go. Patriots are picking. Their pick's in. The Patriots are going to select. Wide receiver Javon Baker out of UFC. There you go. And with that, Green Bay, they're currently running the clock right now, getting their pick in. Green Bay still needs a corner. If they want Tampa, now's their time to pick them. They could go another offensive tackle or linebacker. They could go Christian Jones. It is a possibility. But going from what Green Bay does, I see them going either Cade Stover, the tight end. They could go Hicks, Jaden Hicks, the safety out of Washington State. I think they're going to go defensive. I think they're going to play. I think this pick is going to be a defensive pick for the Green Bay Packers. I could see them also going Drain, a cornerback. They could go wingo, defensive tackle. The most I see coming out of this is either safety, a defensive tackle, or an edge. Maybe defensive tackle. I would say more linebacker. I would say probably more linebacker. So I see them going safety, linebacker, or edge. So they could go Trotter. They got McClain. McClan is still here. Brendan Jackson is also here. Ufashio is also on this board still. Jaden Hicks, the safety. Cedric Johnson, also another edge, could also be in here. I'm curious to see who the Packers pick. The Packers, their pick is fully in now. So let's see. So let's see here. We're waiting. Come on. And oh, okay, well, I don't know. Gronk was in here. So the Packers pick. Their pick is also in. The Raiders are currently on the clock. The Packers. Your pick is in. The Cheeseheads pick is in. I could put you in the mansion way out in Wisconsin. There is Matt LaFleur and the general manager. So they've had Jay Morgan, Cooper, Bullard, Lloyd, and Hopper. So they have gone a bit more defense. I think they're going to go defensive again. I think this pick is going to be defensive. And here we are. Okay, thank you for letting us know they're 4-time Super Bowl champions. You guys lost to us last year. You can go to the Super Bowl. Evan Williams, the safety. I had a feeling they would go safety. It's not Hicks, though. But I had a feeling they were going to go safety. But it's a good pick. Another Oregon. Jeez. Man, Oregon players are... Man, they're going out. They're going out with the bang. So the holes in the Raiders, of course, I don't think they need a QB. They could go corner. I think they might go running back. I think this pick for the Raiders is going to go running back. Jalen Wright, he's up there. Of course, corner in case is Tampa. They still got Hart. Yeah, Jalen Wright as a running back. I think probably that's the one they would probably go for if they were going to go for it. They're still corner. They still got offensive guard too. And ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. Oh, they did go corner. They went Richardson out of Mississippi State. Very nice. Well done. So Baltimore is currently running the clock down as we speak. Let's get them in here. So Baltimore, you're running the clock right now. So let's see. It looks like the Baltimore, their pick is being sent in, and it is in. The pick is in for Baltimore. Oh, the Packers traded up from the Jets. All right, well, we'll get that in next. The Ravens are going to pick. Wow, their pick was quick. So Jacksonville is on the clock. They got Devontae Walker, the wide receiver out of North Carolina. There you go. Good pick for Baltimore. Good pick. In Jacksonville, they're currently on the clock. They could go edge and they could go offensive tackle. They've got Austin Booker, a good edge, Brendan Jackson as well, and Cedric Johnson. I do think they're gonna plug this hole up. I think they are gonna go edge. And well, let's see. Let's see who they pick. And Jacksonville's pick is coming in. Let's see. I'm curious. It's being sent up. So, alright, I am going to get a drink then real quick while we still are in commercial, so give me a second.
You're thinking too much, and it just.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back, and the pick is coming in. So, Cincinnati, we're going to put you on the clock right now, as you should be on the clock. The Bengals are currently running the clock down on their side now, as we wait. But, you know what this means, ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We did also have a trade from Green Bay, taking the Jets spot. So I will tell you here in just a minute what that trade consisted of. So that trade consisted of the Packers getting number 111, and the Jets are going to get position 126 and 190. So a fourth round pick by the looks of it. Maybe fourth or fifth. So here we are. The Jacksonville Jaguars are announcing their pick. Let's see who they pick. So here we go. The Jacksonville Jaguars select Javon Foster, the offensive tackle. That was a spot they could use. Not the biggest one. So the Bengals need tight end or running back. Eric All is on the top board now. And holy crap, the pick is already in. For the Bengals. Who did they get? I know they went tight end. They had to. They went offense. There's a bunch of tight ends. You got to pick one. They did go Eric All. They went the tight end out of Iowa. He was a Michigan transfer. Did have some injuries, but he is a good tight end. A great tight end. Jacksonville is currently running the clock again. And all they need is an edge, and they can... Austin Booker is easily a good pick there. So is Brendan Jackson and Cedric Johnson. These guys are all good picks. Let's see. Do the Jacksonville Jaguars capitalize on an edge rusher and fill their needs? Or do they leave that spot open for the next round? So the pick is in. These picks are starting to go by faster. So let's see here. Jackson Jaguars select Jordan Jefferson, a defensive tackle. Okay, so they go defensive. Interesting. Very interesting pick. The Colts are now on the clock. No trades have happened. As I said, I always try and keep an eye out for you guys. So the Colts with 3:47 left on the clock. Their pick is still counting down. Yeah, let's see. And the pick might be coming in. So, oh my lord. So Jacksonville, their pick is coming in. What in the world? I thought it was the Colts. The Colts pick should be in. There we go. Okay. Now it's wanting to work. So we will have... So there'll be 34 picks for this round. Of course, Detroit is not in this one. So we're about halfway through the fourth round, I'd say. No, we're past the halfway, I think. What pick are we at? We're at pick 17. Yes, we are past. Yeah, we're about the halfway right now. So it's 34 picks. So, yep. So we are at the halfway mark for round 4. Is this Icy Hot? Is this a new commercial for Icy Hot with Shaq? Yes, it is! How did I know? So, with that, here we go. Here we go again. I'm not so... I see this, stop Jewish hate everywhere. With the conflict that's going on currently in Israel and all that, it's just... World War III could be breaking out. I would really hope not. But, I mean, we are here. So... Back in Detroit. I really wish I was home to be here for this. I would love to have just gone to Detroit. Filmed my experience. Just had a good time. Come back. Do a video for you guys on who I thought. I wish. Couldn't be there. So the Colts selection. Their pick is in. Put Seattle on the clock. And they will select Tanner Bortolini, the center. It's an interesting pick. Very interesting pick. But hey, if it works, right? Don't question it. But there we go. There we go. So with that, Seattle's pick is also in. That was very quick. So ladies and gentlemen, Seattle's pick is in, and Pittsburgh is on the clock. And the Seahawks select linebacker Tyrese Knight. A very interesting pick. Very interesting pick indeed. Well, let's see if this works out for them. So we are on to pick number 19. They're just showing now highlights from Tyrese Wright. It's still, I think it's a good pick, though. In all honesty, this is, I'd say, a solid pick. I don't think there can really be any harm coming from this pick. He is a good linebacker. Now we just we really just have to wait and see what's going to happen now. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they are on the clock. So their pick is coming in. Philly is next. So we'll get them. So let's see, Steelers, their pick is in. And they are confirming. So let's see. Are we going to get a decent one? Let's see. Does the Pittsburgh Steelers get a good pick here? Miami Dolphins have 3 minutes left on the clock. Oh, Miami traded up. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a trade. So Miami will trade up to Philly. And we'll get that pick. The Steelers, their pick is now in. They're in Ireland. This family's in Ireland. That's awesome. So let's see. The Steelers pick Mason McCormick, the offensive guard out of South Dakota. There you go. That's a good pick. That's a good pick for the Steelers. I think it's needed. Well done. And with that, the Dolphins are on the clock. Let's see what they got for their trade. Because I know Philly was up next, not Miami. So, yep, the trade is in. The trade is confirmed. Miami is in it. And the Dolphins will get number... The Eagles are going to get a 3rd-round pick next year. Oh. Okay. That's very interesting. Very interesting trade to give to Philly. So Philly now has I'd say a very good decent draft pick for next year, in my opinion. Um what the hell is going on? Oh man, that ramen looks good. Um I was gonna say it's a panini, yeah. Let's see. So yeah, give me about probably 30 minutes, guys. I'll be getting out. I'll be heading out to go get food. And it will take me a bit. So this will go through the fourth draft. I will do a catch up here. So bear with me. Miami Dolphins, world champions. Yep, there's that ring sitting. I think that is in their office. Yeah, at different Super Bowls. Yep, that is cool. The Lions will get a Super Bowl ring. They will. I think they very much will. But the Dolphins pick is in, so Seattle is up on the clock now. So let's bring them in. Seattle Seahawks, your time on the clock has begun. And I'm going to go get some socks and shoes on really quick. There we go. All right, we are back. So we are still waiting on I'd say a very good, I mean, we're still waiting on a good pick for the Dolphins. Their time, there's a trade. The Dolphins pick is in, but there's also a trade. I believe Chicago is on the clock. Unless Seattle's pick is already in. The Dolphins, the Dolphins are selecting right now. They're announcing. Miami's Dolphins select Jalen Wright, the running back out of Tennessee. That's a good pick. Good pick. Well done, Dolphins. That's a good pick. So I believe Seattle's pick is already in then. And Chicago's on the clock. There is no trade confirmed. Not yet. Let's see. am gonna go get some Taco Bell. The Seattle Seahawks, their pick is in. So they have 3 running backs now. They got Devon Archain, Raheem Mostert, and Jalen Wright. So this is interesting. Going 3 running backs, but hey, you know what? It can happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Bears are on the clock. They are currently running the clock. And let's see. That looks like it's a football field. Soccer field. So the Seahawks draft. Seahawks select. Who are they picking? They got AJ Barner, the tight end out of Michigan. There we go. Very nice. Very nice indeed. He's a good tight end. I think he'll do well with the Seahawks. For sure. I'm happy to... It sucks to see him go to the Seahawks. But I am happy for him. Happy he got drafted. Very happy for him. I hope Barnard does go out and do some good things. I really hope he does. So the Bears, their pick is in. And Houston, you are on the clock. The Chicago Bears. And they've had a good draft so far. They've had a good draft. So let's see what the Bears pick. Chicago. It's James Gowers, the International Fan of the Year. You are not the best team in the NFC. Get out of here. The Lions fans are laughing at you. The Lions fans are laughing at you. The Packers fans. I saw the Vikings laughing at you guys. Come on. The Vikings were laughing at you, and they did better. They got Troy Taylor, a punter. They went punter. Interesting. 4th round punter. Let's see if this will pay off for him. But we have a trade. So the Houston Texans did trade up. So the Texans traded with the Eagles. The Eagles were supposed to be in there, of course. And, of course, Texans will get the 123rd. Eagles will get 127th and a 2025 5th-round pick. Okay. And with that, the pick is in. So San Francisco 49ers, you guys are currently running the clock. And they got this from Dallas. I don't think Dallas is getting a pick this 4th round either. Like I said that last night, they're not getting a pick. Neither are the Lions. The Lions are not in the 4th round. And the Texans will select Cade Stover, tight end out of Ohio State. So here we go, San Francisco. I need a center offensive guard. Honestly, I think they'll be just fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guys? We're still going, right? We are still going. It looks like it. It looks like... There we go. The NFL Network was cutting in. I was scared for a second, not gonna lie. So yes, the 49ers, you are still running down the clock right now. So it looks like the 49ers, their pick is coming in. They got 2 minutes left. So let's see what is going to happen. Oh, they're in a commercial break. Looks like they are. NFL Network is having some problems, so we're just going to have to kind of go based off of ESPN and what they say. So hopefully we'll get to see a pick. The pick. Oh, there we go. They're in commercial now. And I love this stuff. So let's see. The pick is in for the 49ers. So here we go. Detroit traded up. Hold on. Detroit's on the board now. Detroit's going for a 4th rounder. And it looks like they got it from the Jets. The Buccaneers are on the clock right now. So let's see. Malik Mustafa. They're going to take Malik Mustafa, the safety out of Wake Forest. Okay. It's an interesting pick. It's a very interesting pick, but hey, if you can use it, you can use it, right? So, with that, Tampa Bay is on the board, and their pick is already in. Tampa Bay's pick is already in, and the Lions do trade up. So the Jets will get a 3rd round pick from the Lions for next year for this trade up. So the Jets are, I believe, only in the last one now, and ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. The Buccaneers will select Bucky Irving, the running back out of Oregon. Another Oregon player picked out of the draft. Detroit really wants a guy. So Detroit needs an edge. They need defensive tackle. They need a safety and a possible wide receiver. I could see them going with Brendan Rice. They could go Austin Booker out of Kansas. Out of Kansas. Safety, Jaden Hicks is a big pick as well. I don't see Tampa going to the Lions. He could, but I just don't see him going. The Lions are currently on the clock. So, yep, the Lions, they put in a trade with the Jets, so they trade a 3rd. So the Lions, their pick is in already. Damn, man. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. The pick is in for the Detroit Lions. And who are we getting? Yeah, let's go. So let's see, who is Detroit getting? So Philly, you're on the clock now. And Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, big smiles on their faces. The pick is in. Philly, you are now on the clock. And Detroit's pick is in. And I'm very curious to see who we're going to get. Very curious. But here we go. Yep, it is confirmed. The pick is in. So here we go. I want to hear this. I'm very curious.
On the clock.
Oh,
Hit
here we
two
go.
back-to-back corners.
We got a little flash mob.
They got 1st round draft choice Terrion Arnold lit up this place on Thursday night. And then last night, Ennis Rakestraw Jr., another corner out of Missouri. Now this pick that they traded into the draft to go get, using a 3rd rounder next year. They've got a 5th, 2 6s, and a 7, so there's not going to be too many flash mobs left. What a fun city this has been for the draft. And a perfect time. The Lions are a rocket ship taking off in the NFC North.
How about it all coming together, Rich? This was announced 2022. Dan Campbell, there were still more stories about him biting ankles than him having success. And in that 2 years' time, it all married up really well. The Lions got back to the top of the division. And here is Detroit, the epicenter of football right now on draft day.
And you're seeing on our bottom ticker one of the reasons why, right? I mean, we just showed you Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta's last season totals. Jack Campbell was drafted in between those two.
I just saw a Jack Campbell jersey in the crowd, and that's the coolest part. There's so much young talent. Brian Branch is a great young player. This team drafts, and last year there's a lot of criticism for the Gibbs pick and for the Campbell. Running back, inside linebacker. Brad Holmes threw convention to the wind, said, give me football players, and they are building something very real here.
One of the things, too, you see all these jerseys around here. I remember when I went to work with the Cleveland Browns, and I knew we were in trouble. When I went to the stadium, I looked at all the jerseys, and they were all guys who used to play there that don't play there anymore. They used to just be Barry Sanders jerseys when you'd come around Detroit. Now you look around and you'll see 10 to 12 different players on their current roster.
Were you rocking the Lou Groza back then, the Marion Motley, the Otto Graham, and now you're starting to get those players again where people have those jerseys. I love that analogy, DJ.
You know how
that
good,
tells you where city's going.
Do you know how good the Jahmyr Gibbs pick is and was? Is that we began to hear as soon as it happened, boy, we were trying to trade up for him, and then by the end of the season, that became a fish story. I heard like 15 teams were trying to trade.
Everyone wanted him, right?
By the end of the season, but at the beginning, it's kind of like, well, wait a minute. We knew about Bijan Robinson and how many people wanted him, and the Falcons did go top 10 with him, and then the Lions going ahead and putting Gibbs way before a lot of folks thought he would go.
You know what else was cool last year? When Brian Branch, who was there's a lot of talk about him potentially being first round, and he was part of the green room and the red carpet and the whole thing, did not go and lasted a lot longer than maybe people thought. Yet when his pick came up, he wasn't in the suit anymore. He was in regular gear and came out rolling out just like it was no big deal. Happy to be there. And it told you about his character and who he was. And boy, he played to that level. Detroit knew exactly who they were getting when they drafted him.
Fans are going crazy here, and we're about to finally get this pick. So we'll send things to the public address announcer here
we go.
For the latest Detroit Lion to be announced.
To announce the Detroit Lions selection, please welcome Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, also known as Big Gretch.
There's a lot of boos.
All right, Detroit, let's hear it. It has been a historic week here in the great city of Detroit. We have shown the world what the Motor City is all about. And it is my honor to announce that the 2024 NFL Draft has now broken the all-time record.
We broke the all-time record. Wow.
700,000 and counting.
700,000 and counting.
So thank you, NFL fans, and thank you, Detroit. So it is an honor to announce that the New York Jets have traded the 126th pick to the Detroit Lions.
Here we go. Let's see what happens.
And I'm going to put my buffs on to read this.
Here we go.
With the 126th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Giovanni Manu, tackle from British Columbia, Canada.
Here we go.
Ooh, we got
We're going international here, Rich. British Columbia. So
The Thunderbirds.
This is the first player that wasn't at the Combine. Yes, Thunderbird. And a massive human being. 6'7" and change, 352 pounds. Now, as you can imagine, this is going to very much be a work in progress. He has the size there that you see of Mailata, Charles. He's not the same athlete as what you saw there with Jordan Mailata, but this is a big, powerful player. It's going to be a fun project for them to take on.
Oh, we're not stuffing the truck, man. We got British Columbia footage.
Yeah.
Listen,
Look at
that parking lot.
Look
my
at that
goodness.
dude.
Listen, I've got notes on this big guy. Mahler gets his hands on it. It's over, but DJ.
Holy shit! Excuse my language. My lord! And the pick is already in for... The pick is in for the Eagles. Holy crap, the Lions pulled that? The Eagles get Will Shipley out of Clemson. So the Lions go for another. They go for an offensive tackle. He's out of British Columbia. He is 6'8". 6'8", 350-pound man. Holy crap! Wow. This man is huge. And I mean huge. The Bills, they sent in very quick. The Bills know who they want. And, of course, the Bills pick is also in. Holy crap. So the Bills, their selection is in. And they will pick Ray Davis, the running back out of Kentucky. Oh, my Lord. I think we have a trade. The 49ers have just traded with the Jets to move up. The Jets will get pick 173 and 176, and the Niners will get 125. We do have a trade. So, ladies and gentlemen, the 49ers are on the clock. They are on the clock right now, and let's see what happens. That is a trade. So we may just jump off to go get our food and then come back. But Ray Davis, he is in. And the Lions pulled... I can't believe we pulled Manu out of that. That is impressive. Well done by Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. Holy crap, that man is a beast. So the pick is in. And Baltimore is up next. So, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to give me maybe 15-ish, maybe 20. We'll probably have the 5th round started, but we are going... I got to get some food in my system. So, I will be back momentarily. Got to give me time. Because I can't really order anything from where I'm at because it just kind of sucks. So, with that, I will be back. Give us about 20-ish minutes, and we'll be back. So, Aaron, if you are here, just please let the chat know. Thank you.